What's up, YouTube? Today I got this 2013 Ford Edge with a 3.5 liter V6. I'm going to be showing you how to change the spark plugs today. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so I can continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. Enough talk, let's get started. Let me give you all a little bit of light here. Hopefully y'all can see. The first thing we're going to do is pull this upper cover. Get a pair of needle nose pliers or equivalent. Pull out these two clips. And you're going to have an 8mm bolt also down here on the front side, right to the left of the dipstick down there. Wrong way. Set these nuts in a safe spot because they're little and they'll get lost very easy. And you should be able to pull your cover off. I'm going to set that to the side right there. Now we're going to be focusing on the rear right here because the front are very easy to do. I probably don't even need to show you how to do the front. We're going to focus on this back. Now on the back of this cover you have another clip right there. A pin, a clip pin. Pull up on that little. Should be able to slide that cover right out. Okay, now we're going to pull this air filter housing off the car. Set that up there. You're going to take your 8 again. Pull this boot off. Throttle body right there. Pull out on that little PCV hose right there. Okay, you're going to have another PCV hose right here. I'm just going to take it off where it next to the valve cover. All you got to do is push up and pull back on your clip like that. And when you put it back on, it's just going to clip on. No need to even mess with the clip when you put it back on. Alright, now that we got all that out of our way, now I've done several tune-ups on these V6s with the 3.5 liter. This one right here versus, you know, certain cars like the Explorer and stuff, the Explorer, the intake don't go way up under the wiper cowl right there. So this is probably the first one I've done that actually goes under the wiper cowl, so just bear with me, because most of them sit pretty far in front of it. It's pretty easy to pull up on the intake. So this one looks like it's a little more of a challenge, but we're going to figure it out. That's what we do. Let's get all these hoses out of the way of the intake right here. Now you're going to want to get a set of upper intake gaskets when you do this. You can reuse them, but I can't guarantee they're going to seal. I'm trying to pull these little plastic pieces out if I can without breaking them. Easier said than done, y'all. So, let's try different. Go back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, there's really no way to get those out without them breaking, but it's not that big of a deal. All this plastic crap over time sitting underneath these covers, all that heat, everything gets brittle, and that's what zip ties are for, my friend. Let's see if we can successfully got that one out. All right, so unplug your Purge Solenoid right here. push down that tab, pull back. See if we can get this one out. Car's having a little mercy on us, y'all. Now what I like to do is I'll pull these throttle bodies off a lot of times. Because a lot of times behind that throttle body they'll have like a hidden bolt. Pull out in that clip a little bit so we can unplug the throttle body. Those little clips, they lock it so you can't unplug it unless you pull back that little red clip. We're going to have 4 8mm on this throttle body. See what I'm talking about? See that bolt back there? Get that throttle body out of the way and see what you're doing. So that intake ain't gonna come up with that bolted to it. Alright. Trying to make sure we got everything loose from this bad boy. Alright, now we can start pulling these intake bolts, y'all. I think that's all. Nope, there's one in the corner right here. Right there, hidden behind those harnesses. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like. Let's start kind of pulling on the intake. I know we're free. So you have 7 bolts total. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and unhook that purge hose. We don't want to break that bad boy. So you're just going to push on the other side. Just push in. See how that spreads? Pull off. We're going to have a couple hoses in the back right here. So you got your brake booster hose right here. Let me use real needle nose pliers here. I'll tell you what works real good too. I'm going to show you. It's vice grips. See, they lock. See that? And these hoses are always a pain to get off because they're always so dry. Alright. Take those off. Just kind of tuck that out of our way there. And we got this one hose in the back here. If we can get on that with the vice grips would be cool. Flip that bad boy up. Got that off. All right, we should be able to get this intake completely out of our way here. And whatever we break, clip-wise, just bust out some zip ties on it. Look at that. Free, baby, free. Completely out of the way. That's simple. Now these bolts normally will hold themselves, but just don't assume. Because if you flip it completely upside down, they might go flying out. And those are special bolts. We're just going to flip it this way, just good enough. You could probably reuse these. The thing, but just look for them to be, if they're like really flat looking and not extending beyond the intake, which these are, this gasket will be reused. But if they're really flat when you pull it off, that usually happens with a lot of mileage. This has right at 95,000 or something like that, or 90. The tune-up's not really due, I don't think, till 100. But we suggested it a little early because we're doing other services on this too, and the customer decided to go ahead and take care of it. Got our little intake gasket here. Now, when we got the intake gasket, it came with the lower too. I don't think you can get just the upper. I don't know, you can try maybe online, but our parts store didn't offer just the upper. It was the whole set. So they give you the lower too, which there's no need to pull the lower on this. Squirrel living under there, unless you have an intake leak, but in this case it don't. And then you'd have lean codes and other symptoms. So if you see this little tab right here, just look for that little notch cut out in the intake. Is how it lines up. Push it in there till you can't push it no more, till it's seated real good.
Your video?
Yeah.
I'm in. I don't know why he just didn't really pull out the 300 and use his bay.
Right. We got a little bit of time on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brakes are grinding.
Oh, it's a brake check too.
And I'm leaving at 3, so you want to sell it before I get out?
Yeah, I'm just going to knock the tune-up out real quick. All right, bro. I'm busy today. Not a bad thing. All right. Now I'm just going to kind of lay this to the side right here. Throw that in the garbage. Get a little sip of my drink here. Stay hydrated. All right, we there, y'all. Now, the coils are going to be 8mm too. Versus the older Fords used to use a 7. Set that out of my way. Now I always try to pull the coil out without unplugging it if I can. In this case, it's not going to happen. Well, maybe so. Just pull up on that harness a little bit. Sweet. Cool. So yeah, just kind of flexing the harness a little bit. You'll be able to unplug all those bad boys without unplugging, or pull them without unplugging them. So we're going to grab our 5/8 socket with the built-in magnet here. That's probably a little too long. Let's see how that one goes. That's pretty good. Let me see something here. Now I have a little 1-inch extension somewhere, but don't know where it's at right now. We're just going to stack another 3-incher on it. And I'm not playing with that battery because it keeps falling out. Go ahead and grab 3 of these. Now these are pre-gap. Just make sure they're not bent. As long as they came out of the box with a protector sleeve on there, they're probably going to be okay. But always check them. So I'm just going to throw it in my socket here. Started a couple turns. Now don't do this at home if you ain't got a lot of experience. I run it down real slow with the electric ratchet. So it stops, and I'll give it a final little snug, and on to the next. Break it loose a couple turns. Don't want to let go. There we are. The last one. Okay. Now another thing you can do if you feel like it whenever you got these out, you can change these coil boots. You just wiggle them off like this. See a little spring right there? Your new coil boot will come with a new spring. Just make sure that spring don't fall out. And you just pop it back on like that. The customer didn't want to do the coil boots. It's just a suggestion while you're in there. And if you have a lot of miles and a misfire, especially if you have a misfire on the back side, because it's going to be 1, 2, 3 on the back, 4, 5, 6 on the front. Any cylinder from 1, 2, 3 is going to be on the back side. You have to change the coils. I would change all 3 of them, even if it's just 1 cylinder. The new coils will come with new plug boots already on them. But if you just decide to change the one coil that's showing a misfire, make sure you change the other coil boots while you got them out if you're reusing the old coils. Just my suggestion. You don't have to do what I say. I'm just here to give you my advice. So you don't have to pull it all back apart. Alright. Go ahead and lock these bad boys down. Alright, let's put that intake back on, y'all. Now, where are we at? Just make sure there's no debris on here whenever you go to put it back on. Tight fit with that wiper cowl in the way. Make sure as you're putting this thing on, you don't knock your gasket off and pinch it. Make sure everything's out of the way, nothing gets tucked up under the intake when you're bolting it down. I've done it before. Actually, there's one time I was bolting down the intake and it had the wire harness trapped underneath it, and I heard a loud snap. And because it was pinching a wire harness, it cracked the frickin' intake. Because they're plastic and it doesn't take much. Just make sure everything's free and out of your way. Grab that long bolt. Now before you tighten it down, a good idea would be to take this little bracket bolt back here. And go ahead and start it while you have wiggle room. Now I'm not going to tighten it all the way till the intake's bolted down. That way, see, you have that much play. Tighten that last. Put an extension on here. Now just kind of work the corners. Some kind of a crisscross pattern. It's nice and even. Alright, once they start locking down, you can go back over it again. Alright, just one final snug. Socket don't want to let go. Get crazy on them. It's like a quarter turn. Just like that. Alright, oh yeah, let's tighten that back support bracket here. Alright. I'll run a zip tie through that to hold that. No biggie right now. If I got some zip ties over here. What we'll do is run them through the hole right here. Just like that. Got little cutting dikes here, cut off the excess. run a zip tie to that one. Bend it a little bit. All right. Like that. Zip ties are your friend in this business, my friend. Plug your little Purge Solenoid back in here. Make sure you plug everything back in so you don't have a check engine light. Push that back down into the intake. Secure that back. All right. Oh shit! I forgot to put that hose on. Oh man. Hold on. Shine this light back here. About to get crafty with this, y'all. It happens. We're gonna get around that. Tight spot. See if I can get it. All right. Come on, baby. I am not pulling this intake back off. Let's try this vice grip trick. Loosen them up a little bit. Yes. Haha. You met a veteran, fool. It happens, y'all. Especially doing a video sometimes, I kind of lose my train of thought when I'm trying to talk, whistle while I work. We combated it. Wouldn't have been that big of a deal if it would have been the Explorer when the engine's not sitting that far back. Alright, now let's put our throttle body back on. Actually, the brake booster hose first. While our throttle body's out of the way. Now that throttle body gasket's real thick too. It's in good shape. Yeah, I don't understand because these intakes, they come with every freaking, the gaskets set comes with everything. Gaskets you don't even need, but they don't give you a throttle body gasket. It's like it's sacred. Lock down that throttle body. Alright, put our Purge Solenoid hose back on, just push it to here quick. Secure it back to the throttle body. Where the little hole is right there. Make sure you plug it in. Push your lock and tab in. Grab your boot that fell on the ground. Make sure you seat it all the way on. That little cutout right there goes on a little notch sticking out on the throttle body. Here's your harness to the air filter housing there. Now this spins, so if it spins on you, just spin it. Put that back down. Tighten your 2/8 on the clamps. Alright. I guess I'll go ahead and change these front spark plugs, finish the video. I was going to leave y'all like the back plugs, but it ain't going to take long to do these. Just finish the whole video and start it up together to make sure it's running good. We had no problems and it wasn't running bad, no check engine lights, nothing like that. So just a maintenance thing. You can do the same on the front, it looks like. Probably should have left that off. Let's unplug it again. It just overlaps that coil. So yeah, leave that on hook until you get done with the front plugs. Now this guy got a lot more room in the front, so I can use this gun. It's a lot faster than the ratchet, a lot more powerful too. All right. There they are, hiding. Just kind of let them fall down the cylinder. You ain't gonna bend the electrode. They're not hitting that hard. Start them a few turns. All right. Just till they bottom out. All right. I'll take my ratchet here. Find a little snug, little quarter turn. Wrong way. All right, now I'm going to put that on. Just kind of go back over yourself. Make sure you re-secured everything. I'm not putting the cover back on until I'm done with it, but y'all seen the video on how to take that cover off. I don't think I need to show you how to put it back on. Get everything out of the way. Now, I'm going to move this stuff because I can't tell you how many times I've started the car with that crap right there on the window and the freaking wipers come on. Or I hit the wiper switch accidentally and they go slinging shit everywhere. So let's fire her up, see how she's running. Feels smooth to me, no misfires, no check engine lights popping on, just a TPMS light, probably just low tire pressure. Alright, well anyways, I hope this video has been informative. Y'all please check like down below. Y'all have a good day. Please subscribe. Peace out.